What is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys another episode of In a Twinja. We are still playing with our revamped Cocoa Butter team. Items are going to be Choice Specs on Tapu Koko, Focus Sash on Butterfree, the Alolan Raichuium Z. I totally butchered that, but whatever the Raichu Z move is on Raichu, we're going to be using a Life Orb on Tapu Lele, an Assault Vest on Garchomp, and a Choice Scarf on Gyarados. Now, remember I said I revamped all the items and movesets on these Pokemon, so, you know, they're just completely different from how I used to run this team back when I made top 16 at the San Jose Regionals with it. So, notable changes are the Assault Vest on Garchomp over the Z move. The Gyarados set still is Choice Scarf, but now it has a Tract on it. Other notes are the Koko is a Choice Specs Koko, and the Raichu isn't Psychic Z move, it's Alolan Raichuinium Z. So, there are also a bunch of other little minor changes, but this team is a ton of fun to play with, where I think we're in the upper 1700s now in battle spots, so it would be really cool to hit 1800 with this team today. So, let's hop into a few games and see if we can make that happen. Here we go. So our first game is going to be going up against a Japanese player who's 1877, almost 1900 points, and their team is going to be Nihilego, Ninetales, Arcanine, Komo-o? Is that the new fighting dragon Pokemon? Bulu, and Kartana. So remember, the first thing you do when we're playing with an attract Pokemon is check gender. So we see 3 females, which means we can't attract anything, but that doesn't mean Gyarados isn't still an amazing Pokemon here. Gyarados is good against Nihilego. I think it's decent against Ninetales because we have the speed advantage. We're good against Arcanine because we are a water type. We're fine against Komo-o, I guess. I don't really know what that thing's really going to do. Against Bulu, we're not that great. We have Intimidate, that's better than nothing. And against Kartana, remember, we have that Flamethrower. So Gyarados is a good Pokemon. I'm not going to be leading with it because I do not want to reveal my speed tiering. I think I'm going to be leading with Raichu. And what do I want to pair Raichu with? You know, there's a bunch of other options. We can go Raichu Lele, technically, because I think my speed tiering is correct to be able to do that. But I think I might just go Raichu Koko. Yeah, what if I went Raichu Koko? Let's think about that. I'm thinking that might be a Scarf on the Nihilego. It's kind of hard to say. I know the person's expecting me to lead Butterfree, so that in turn influences the team preview in other ways. So because they expect me to lead Butterfree, we're going to expect to see 2 things that are faster than Butterfree. So like Ninetales and Nihilego, or Ninetales and Kartana. That's what you can expect to see in the team preview. Maybe Bulu in the back to be able to switch in on a sleep powder, something like that. So you gotta expect those things when you play with Butterfree. They're gonna be leading with all of their fast things just to gimp you first turn, easy money. That's what they go for. It's the standard play when you play with Butterfree. You totally know what your opponents are gonna be doing. So let's see if I read that correctly. You know, let's see what happens. Maybe Arcanine could be a lead too. It's alright. So, Koko Raichu, completely standard lead for me. I think I've led this lead almost every time. So we see Nihilego Bulu, that's completely fine. So he gets his terrain up. He's potentially masking his Nihilego speed tiering, which is actually pretty smart. So let's see. I really think that is a Scarf Nihilego. Like, I'm feeling the Scarf Nihilego more than I've ever felt anything in my life. I think I'm going to switch Garchomp in and just fake out the Nihilego. Maybe it's a... No, it's not Scarf Bulu, obviously, because Koko's train is inactive. Yeah, you know, we're just going to switch Garchomp in. And we're just going to fake out... I could fake out either of these guys. I'm just going to fake out the Bulu. I don't want Bulu setting up, and I almost get the feel that this is like a bulk up setup Bulu. And I'm just going to fake out the Bulu. Because I really think, if anything, his Nihilego would just Sludge Bomb the Garchomp. And my Garchomp's completely fine eating a Sludge Bomb. It's really no big deal. So we're going to fling the right, we're going to fling the Blue. Let's see when things flinch. So he goes for the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb is going to hit onto the Garchomp. Everything is a-okay unless I get poisoned. And even if I did, it's not really the end of the world because grassy terrain has my back. So I think we're fine. Now, I'm still, like I said, get the vibe that is a Scarf Nihilego. But, like, do I care? I don't know if I really care. Like, Earthquake wouldn't be doing that much, but Poison Jab will be doing a lot to the Bulu. I think I'm going to just nuke the Bulu. Because Poison Jab probably won't KO it. Yeah, you guys can see it's 1877. You're just going to nuke the Bulu. Because then I can just come in with Koko, and Koko will be really good. Yeah, he's withdrawing the Nihilego. He does not want to get Z-moved. He does not want to have anything happen like that. Ninetales coming in. Oh, baby, I love fighting Ninetales with this Assault Vest Garchomp. I love it. I can always eat at least one Blizzard, I'd like to say. So here we go. He's with double withdrawing. Whoa! Oh no, Kartana switching to block my poison jab. The god, the legend. Alright, it's fine. So Psychic's going to be at least breaking Sash. And it's going to be dealing a good amount of damage, believe it or not. And remember, Raichu is faster than Kartana. So how do I want to deal with this? I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to Z-move that Ninetales slot. And I think I'm just going to Flamethrower the Kartana. Yeah. I wonder if he'll set up an Aurora Veil. That'd be pretty good. I kind of want to switch out my Garchomp. He should know right now that something's like... Well, actually, all the Pokemon gained their HP back in the same direction. In the correct direction. Alright, so yeah, we're just going to Flamethrower the Kartana. Actually, I wasn't paying attention, because that Kartana might be Scarfed. I wasn't paying enough attention to that. Whatever. We'll see if it's Scarfed. Scarf Kartana is really good in this matchup, so we'll see. I wonder if he knows the right plays to nuke my Garchomp. He doesn't know if my Garchomp's bulky or not. He knows that I have Poison Jab and that I'm not Scarfed. So it kind of shows if he knows exactly what he's talking about, or if he knows exactly what he's doing, he should know that it's probably a best, because most Garchomps just don't have room for Poison Jab. I hope the Flamethrower comes off. That'd be really cool. Alright, cool. My Z move happens, which means there's no Scarfs, there's nothing weird. I really think there's a Scarf on the Nihilego, which is why he switched. I really think this original Scarf is on the Nihilego. So we're going for the Stoke Surge Surfer. I really don't know if this KOs Ninetales. Like, looking at the board, it looks like, you know, this is completely fine either way. Like, he's going to go for the Blizzard. That would KO the Garchomp, and he's going for a, whatever attack he's going for with Kartana really doesn't matter. Maybe a Leaf Blade onto my Raichu slot. Yeah, I didn't think that would KO, but, you know, damage is damage, and that's what I take. Remember, it automatically paralyzes, so if I get a Paralyze Hick here, no, I don't, but it doesn't really matter. Both my Pokemon should be able to live this unless my Garchomps get frozen. And it looks like I don't get frozen. Does he nuke my Garchomp? No, he makes the correct play, because you would assume that Blizzard would just KO the Garchomp, but it doesn't KO the Garchomp. Not in my house. So he gets a Beast Boost. It's going to go onto his attack. Doesn't really matter. He's eating a Flamethrower from Garchomp. Oh, man, I love it. I love it. Okay, so remember, he has Bulu and Nihilego in the back. How do I want to deal with this? I think I'm going to send out my Gyarados here. That's what I think I'm going to do. Because Gyarados can seal up the Ninetales, and it would save my Koko in the back. I'll do that, I guess. Yeah. Oh, actually, I could just send in Koko and hard switch out for... Yeah, let's do that. Let's send in Koko. That way I can just... Like, you'll see what I'm going to do. If he sends out Nihilego here, I'm going to mess him up. Alright, so top Koko hits the board. He's going to send the Nihilego out. Oh, man. So remember, this changes up the terrain. So it makes it so my Earthquake isn't super weak anymore. And remember, his Ninetales is paralyzed. So, and remember, I said that I really think that Nihilego is Choice Scarfed. So it's most likely going to be Sludge Bomb in the Nihilego, and he's going to be going for Blizzard. So what we're going to do is we're going to Earthquake here. And we're going to switch out Koko for Gyarados. Because Gyarados is a flying type. We're tricking him just a little bit. He doesn't know that we have Gyarados in the team yet. Like, he knows it's in the team preview, but he doesn't know, like, that we brought it. So, if we're switching out Koko, is this going to work, or is he going to keep us honest and just KO my Garchomp with, like a HP Ice or something? That would really suck if he just, like, HP Iced my Garchomp. I'd be sad. But he should be. You know, he should be. He's withdrawing Ninetales. No, he's a god. He's switching in Bulu. I think he read me. That's not the end of the world. So Bulu's going to come. Remember, grassy terrain cuts the power of Earthquake. I just want to be able to kill this Nihilego. Yeah, he does. He keeps me 100% honest and just KOs me. But I think he locked himself into HP Ice because I really think he's Scarfed. Like, I just think that he's Scarfed. He gets special attack boost. Yeah, he's modest too. Like, oh, he would get that attack boost anyways. Special attack boost. All right, there's a Bulu, and I can't beat Bulu. Not with these two. Man, that was a good play. That was a good play. What was I gonna do though, you know? What was I gonna do? Alright, I gotta paralyze the Bulu, that's all I got. Okay, I got Dazzling Gleam. Oh, I have HP Ice as well. I'll do it. let's HP Ice that Bulu, guys. Alright, so we got HP Ice, we got Waterfall. Gonna Waterfall the Nihilego, so I gotta keep that just a little bit honest. Because if he's not Scarfed, for some weird reason, we just KO him. So we're trying Nihilego out for 9 tails. It's just gonna fodder that slot right there. That is totally the most Scarfed freaking Nihilego I've ever seen. Alright, he knows that I'm Scarfed now. It'd be really cool if we could just crit this Bulu. It'd be really cool to crit it. What's he using? Woodhammer. Alright, kill yourself. We lose though, because Nihilego is Scarfed. Nihilego is Scarfed. He's gonna come out here. And there's the recoil, and there's the... Oh, it's Orbed Bulu. Okay, well... You know, we made it a close game, but there's no way that I beat this Nihilego anymore. Man, alright, so we're gonna force him to show his Scarf. We're gonna force him to show it. I mean, we're gonna show our specs, he's gonna show his Scarf. That's the way we're gonna get this down. Alright, here we go. HP Ice. Maybe I'm not spexed. Let's go. No, I can't. I have to use Thunderbolt. Or I have to use HP. Show me the Sludge Bomb. There he goes, Sludge Bombing me. He's Scarf. So I read everything correctly. I read the team preview correctly. I read everything. It's just sometimes you fight against people that are like 1900 points and you can't win. So I don't really think it's that bad of a... I don't really think that I did anything really wrong that game. It's just you can't really win every single best of one game on battle spots. So we're going to go into game 2 and we're going to try to get a... Alright, so our second opponent is an 1822 Japanese player. So apparently it's just extremely high ladder Japanese time, even though the Japanese people shouldn't be awake right now. Anyway, so we got Celesteela, Feeny, Tapu Bulu, Arcanine, Porygon, and Xurkitree. Kind of weird. I think I'm going to lead Garchomp here. I actually really like Garchomp here. Let's think about any other options I can do. It's just really hard to bring. Like, you can't bring Butterfree to fight against Feeny and Bulu. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, I could try, but it wouldn't work. So let's see. What if I went... Is Raichu good? Raichu actually is a pretty decent lead here. What if we went Raichu Garchomp? Raichu Garchomp, Koko. And then, do I like Gyarados? I do like Gyarados here. No, I don't. Gyarados is bad against Feeny, it's bad against the Bulu. And remember, his only female type's an Arcanine. His only gender is one female Arcanine. Maybe Lele. Lele might actually be Lele's better here. Yeah, I actually really think the Lele's possible here. Depends on if that's a Scarf Bulu, which I don't think it's gonna be. It's probably Scarf on Xurkitree. But yeah, Lele has the potential to be somewhat useful here. I haven't really used Lele all that often. Remember, Lele also has some small synergy with Raichu as well, being able to boost Raichu's its own Psychic. So who knows? We might be able to make some plays here. I'm not super confident, but Bulu Porygon. There's no way for us to gauge speed tiering here either, but I have a pretty decent turn 1, I would say. I can go Fake Out on the Porygon, keep that honest. Porygon's also another Pokemon that can definitely be holding a Choice Scarf. So we see the Grassy Terrain activate, and did Porygon activate an ability? No, which means he's Analytic. Sorry, which means he's Adaptability, which means he's potentially Scarfed, or the Z move. So what we're going to do is we're going to Fake Out that slot. We're going to keep him honest. And we're just going to Poison Jab the Bulu. And depending on the Bulu's set, he could actually have this Poison Jab, because remember, our Garchomp has 0 investment in attack. It's full HP, Special D, and I think I'm Adamant Natured, but that's it. So we're going for the Poison Jab on Bulu, we're going for the Fake Out on Porygon. Hopefully this works, and if anyone protects, they're liable to get Encored by my Raichu. So Bulu's going to protect, which means next turn, yeah, I'm probably just going to Encore that guy. So we're going to Fake Out the Porygon. Now, if Porygon's faster than my Garchomp here... No, so we want to talk about this. That means that the Porygon is slower than my Garchomp, which means he's most likely using Trick Room. That is like a telltale sign of how that works. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be Encoring this Bulu, right? Actually, do we even want to Encore it? Like, what does he have in the back? He has Steela, right? He has a Steela back there. So he's probably just going to switch it in. He doesn't want to eat a Poison Jab. He's just going to switch in Steela. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch out Raichu for Koko. And what we're going to do is we're just going to Dragon Tail the Porygon. And you may be thinking that's a bit too big of a read on the Trick Room, but I really think he doesn't know that I know. Like, he should just assume in any normal way, Garchomp's faster than Porygon. But since my Garchomp's slow and he doesn't know that I'm slow, me being slower than his Porygon means that he's using a negative priority move or is just full HP doing something weird. So I know he's Trick Rooming and he doesn't know that I know that he's Trick Rooming. There you go. So we're switching in Coco here. Gonna reset the terrain just a little bit. I really think that Bulu's switching out. Or he's using a Z move, yeah, but most likely it's switching out into Steel, which means this is a very good play for me because I get to keep that huge, like, advantage. I'm pinning him, and we're Dragon Tailing. Note the Dragon Tail went before Porygon moved, which means that I was right in that he was using Trick Room. And you see, it's the more you know. So Bulu comes back out. Unfortunately, Bulu comes back out and resets the terrain. But still, this is really, really good for me. I still have the same pins that I did last turn. I can go for the Poison Jab on the Bulu and a Thunderbolt on the Steela. I don't really have actually, do I want a Thunderbolt or do I want a Volt Switch? I think I'm gonna Volt Switch. Just because I can continue to reset the terrains, get more fake outs, that's always good. So I'm gonna Volt Switch on the Steela, and I'm just gonna Poison Jab the Bulu. And let's say he protects with Bulu, eats it with Steela, I can switch back in Raichu, go for an Encore up on that Bulu again, that'd be pretty good. So Celesteela is going to go for Protect. Now let's see if I can actually one-shot this Bulu. Let's see if I can one-shot it. I don't know if I can, I really don't know if I can. So Poison Jab's coming in, can Garchomp one-shot Bulu, and I can't. That's so sad, but I do get the poison, and those are things that I take. Most likely he's going to be KOing himself. Ooh, he's going for a Super Berry, I think. Oh yeah, that's pretty annoying. Hopefully he just KOs himself with a Wood Hammer. Oh, he goes for a Horn Leech! Does that KO me? Ah! I'm alive! Lucky, lucky! That probably usually KOs, which is why he did it. Alright, yeah, we're still fine. Poison has my back. That almost puts him within a range of the Poison Jab now. So let's look what he has in the back. Does he have any ground types? No, he doesn't, which means this Volt Switch will go off. Volt Switch there. Poison Jab. And remember his Bulu, because I got that poison on him, he actually can't really protect to use the Grassy Terrain to his advantages at this point. He was probably going to protect with Bulu this turn. And then, you know, use Grassy Terrain and go just completely stay at full. But Poison has my back. You know, we're just gonna crit him this time. That's the play. So remember, we've seen 3 of his Pokemon. We've seen Porygon, Bulu, and Steela. We're going for the Volt Switch. I really don't think this KOs. Like, I really just don't think that this KOs. But, you know, it's what we're going for. And I think we're going to switch in Lele. And Lele's, like, not really a good switch in. But remember, it takes away the power of the terrain from the Bulu. And I think Lele's still an okay Pokemon. Remember, we're using a Life Orb Lele, which means we deal a ton of damage. So Lele's going to be coming in here, and remember, this is, just like I said, just to switch up the terrain. So we've shown our last Pokemon, but it's not really the end of the world. Poison Jab's going to come out on the Bulu. Can we just get a crit? Can you just give me a crit, or like a high end or something? And we don't get any of that, but he goes for a Horn Leech. He's most likely hitting that same slot, but it's not going to be enough to KO. Not yet. Almost. Just not yet. Yeah, Poison is going to be ticking that guy down. He's going for a Leech Seed out of my Garchomp slot. So I could probably switch out my Garchomp this turn. Like, do I have to? I don't really have to. I'm thinking about switching out Garchomp and just ignoring the Steela for a turn. You guys think his Steela's going to protect? It might. I'm going to be Thunderbolting that Steela. He doesn't know that I have Thunderbolt. I'm going to Thunderbolt that Steela. I'm Life Orb, I can take it out. But the thing is, do I want to ignore the Bulu? He can just protect with Steela and, like, fodder Bulu. I'm going to keep the Bulu slot honest. I'm going to keep everyone honest here at the cost of a little bit of HP on my Garchomp. I don't need to play super greedy just yet. I'll take a couple ticks of Life or a couple ticks of Leech Seed. It's not really the end of the world. And I'll force him to play correctly. I'll force him to respect me as well. So let's see if he tries to get cheeky on me. Yep. So I think this is still a pretty decent play because Porygon does not just want to take damage. Like, this Porygon's already taken a ton of damage. He's going for the Protect with Steela, but still, like, I'll take free damage on this Porygon. And then next turn, I can just, well, I might just do the same thing because Celesteela is a bit of a problem. Let's see how I want to deal with this. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Thunderbolt. I wonder if Thunderbolt KOs Steela from here now, because, like, he's going to be at, like, full, you know? He's going to most likely switch Bulu in for Steela. I think I'm going to protect with my Lele for a turn. No, I can't. Actually, I can protect. We're going to do the same thing as we should have been doing this whole time. I'm just going to Thunderbolt the Steela, and I'm just going to detail out that Porygon again. Worst case scenario, he just attacks my Lele and switches. Worst case scenario, he switches out Steela for Bulu. Or he's pushing out Porygon Z. Most likely switching in Bulu here. Yep. So he's just wasting my time. He's wasting my time, but Bulu almost is going to go down to Poison before Grass Drain has his back. Now let's see, how do I want to actually deal with this? Thunderbolt's hitting onto the Steela. And, oh man, the crit! He didn't know I was orbed either, so, I mean, that kind of works in my favor. I didn't think I was going to pick up that big KO, but I don't know anything about his set either. So we pick up the KO on Steela. That is huge. That was like his big win condition. And we're getting a little bit of HP back from the Bulu terrain. Thanks, buddy. Just in time for Porygon to come back in, but remember, we know Porygon's not really all that fast, so Layla should be able to seal up Porygon. Garchomp can seal up the Bulu, and it looks like we're in a pretty decent spot. I think we're going to be okay. Let's see what his last mon is. Actually, he's already really shown it. Let me just check the team preview. Porygon comes back out. Like I said, we're probably just going to be Psychicking into that slot. Yeah, we actually don't know his last mon yet. It's probably Arcanine or something. Or it's something weird. There's a reason why he hasn't used it yet. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we're just going to go for the Psychic. I should be faster than the Porygon because it's a Porygon that's most likely made for Trick Room. So we'll see. It's weird that we've seen so many Bulus today. 2 Bulus. Like, I really like Bulu. I think it's probably my favorite Tapu, but it's just gotten so much, like, more usage lately. So it's going to be Xurkitree. Okay. Xurkitree comes in. Another Pokemon that just does not like eating that free damage. So he goes for a Psychic onto the Porygon. We're going to be able to KO that guy up pretty easily. And at this point, he's just like switching way too much, I think. He's trying to go for like hard reads, thinking I would go for reads, but I have such a lead that I don't have to go for reads. Like I'm almost looking at a 4-stock at this point, and we get another poison. That's pretty good. So we're restoring HP. Note that like Lele's restoring HP, then Garchomp, then Xurkitree. So it's gonna show that it's going to show the speed tierings. That's one thing you always got to look at. You always got to look at end of turn effects like, you know, Blizzard, Sandstorm, Grassy Terrain, for example. So you can see the speed tierings on these things. So we know that Xurkitree is super slow. You can just see it right here. Well, it's not super slow, but it's slower than my super slow Garchomp. And it would make sense that it's like a full HP Xurkitree. Probably has some sort of a berry. So we'll see. How do I want to deal with this? I think what I'm going to do is just go for a D-Gleam. And I kind of want an Earthquake. Like, I think my Lele could live through my own Earthquake. I don't think he's going to double protect me. And it would just kill with a Xurkitree. Now, let's do it. Let's just do it. Because he's not going to be protecting. He's double poisoned. He's not protecting. That's right. That's a forfeit. Anyways, he didn't want to get styled on. So, pretty good game. I got a little bit lucky. I got a couple clutch poisons. I got, you know, a crit on my Thunderbolt. But overall, I analyzed his team perfectly. I didn't get tricked by any kind of hidden trick rooms, which he was going for. We kept him honest 100% of that game, played a very slow, methodical game, and eventually came away with the win. So we went 1-1 today. It's not really the end of the world, but we did fight against 2 very, very high-level teams. So I feel that this was a pretty good set of games. Let me know what you guys think about these games in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.